make sure you've got the Form 3. So the Form 3, it was in the regulations, in one of the pages of the regulations. You can use that one, or CAV, I think, may have it on their website, but it was certainly in the regulations. You need to provide a privacy statement anyway for your opens. You need to make sure, I would be putting the Form 3, it has to be on your internet listings. It has to be, in my opinion, at your front reception. So laminate it, put it into one of those little pizza stand holders, into the menu stand holders. Certainly at your opens over the weekend. So if it's not laminated, if you haven't already got the Form 3 laminated ready for the leasing team this afternoon, it needs to form part of their kit for tomorrow. If it's a yes, great. If it's a no, you might have got it for the internet advertising, but forgot to do it for your leasing team, or you don't have it at reception already. So these are things that you need to make sure you've got ready. Steam cleaning. So your professional steam cleaning. If you've got 30 properties, 40 properties, 50 properties that are sitting vacant today, and the tenants would have already vacated, they've probably already left, but they might have actually sent you through a steam cleaning receipt. They might have sent you through a professional cleaning receipt, and they might be sitting in someone's email. So now what we have to do is we have to store them somewhere, so that whether that's stored in propertymanagement or console. And in addition to that, we then also need to be able to then record that. So somewhere we have to create this tracking mechanism and then add that into the condition report for the new lease moving forward. If you've got the tenancy, if you've got the steam cleaning and you've got the carpet cleaning, then you need to make sure that that's written into your special conditions for the new rental agreement. But more importantly, before the tenant signs, you need to make sure you explain to them that this is what's coming forward, so that they know that they're committing to do the same at the end. So for new builds, for absolute brand new, if you're taking on brand new properties from a builder, I would be getting the builder if possible. Might be difficult, but get the builder if possible to provide you a copy of the cleaning and steam cleaning if they do it, or cleaning. Now, I'd note for a brand new build that it's a brand new property and the carpet was brand new, and then hope that down the track that the tenants will actually steam clean. You can't force it, but eventually what will happen is you have to start with one, and what you might find is if the tenants don't provide you with those, the landlord might need to do the professional clean and do the steam cleaning to start off, and then you can start expecting the tenants to do it. But if they haven't done it to start with, you can't expect the tenants to do it. Add the special conditions and provide them with a copy of the condition report. So these are your forms. So at the moment, you should already have a provision, whether in your condition report, to add these. But more importantly, where are they coming from? Have you got them in your email? How are you going to store them? How are you going to make a note? And then tomorrow, the leasing team need to make sure they know which properties have got professional cleaning, which ones have got steam cleaning. And then on Monday, when they're making up the leases, the condition or the rental agreements, they need to be included. So for one aspect there, you've got 4 or 5 different tasks. Inspection Express or condition reports, then I would be, for those agencies that use Inspection Express, for authorities, reports and level of service, have you gone in and manually checked the information sitting in there? Now, I'm working with a number of different agencies at the moment that use Inspection Express. For one group, we actually rewrote the compliance form specifically to what we wanted for that agency. Now, when I've looked at the base template's pretty ordinary and doesn't really protect the landlords, certainly doesn't protect the agency, but doesn't get the message across. Now, this one-size-fits-all approach isn't good enough, I don't think. So if you're just going to take the documents and say, well, I know that REA have doing their thing, and I know Inspection Express are doing their thing, and I know that Inspect Real Estate are doing their thing, and if it doesn't suit you, then don't send it out. At the end of the day, it's a platform, it's a document that you're giving access to. Your director needs to be reading these and signing off on them. If you're not comfortable with those documents, don't use them, modify them. Particularly for leases, I've said to a few people of late when I've been doing the training that use their own tenancy agreements, that they get solicitors to write these. I've suggested using the Vic Forms one for at least April, just to cover yourself for a little while. You don't want to be going out there on Monday next week, starting with a document that's been written by a solicitor that doesn't comply. It may or may not. You just want to make sure it's just another job you can tick off. So have you gone through, has the director, someone of seniority and probably liability, signed off on all of these documents? Yes? No? Where is it up to? And I'd be going through those now. Agencies do your own template. Again, I'd be using Vic Forms for the first month. I just said that. Office and effective control need to spend the time to draft these special conditions. So with your prescribed forms, go through all of the forms for the tenancy. So there's two things that I want to highlight. The first one is the tenant transfer and the break lease. So in the past, tenant transfers for many agencies have been charged to the tenant, which is wrong. Not allowed to do that. But it's never been written into the Act that they wouldn't do that, and you couldn't do that. And Consumer Affairs have never really picked up on it. Tenants don't generally, they'll argue about it, but it's never been really contested. Moving forward, it will be.